I don't believe in work-life balance. There's just life. So this is it. This is me. It's my life, my world. I spend my life changing diapers one minute and changing lives the next, and there's not much space in between. And I like that. In fact, I love that. It's my life. So I'm here today because I want to put a secret out into the world. I don't want to carry this anymore. I want to tell you about it. I have this belief that most people shouldn't be allowed to be calling themselves coaches. Really. There's a distinction between people who are professional coaches, life-changing coaches, world-class coaches, and people who are good at helping their friends with their relationship issues, people who have good business advice and guidance. Those things are great in their place, but I'm talking about world-class coaching and world-class coaches. And this has been bubbling up inside of me for a year now, since the Prosperous coach was released. And I love that that book is out in the world. I love that it challenged me to get past all my stories about using social media because I built a business without it. And I've used it, I've embraced it to get a message out into the world, build a community. And it's time to move to my next level. And that's why I'm talking to you, because to get from your current level of success to the next one is always an edge. It's always counterintuitive. It always raises fears because it's about taking everything that works and that makes you successful and letting it go. It's like letting go of the branch to see what will happen, and you don't know where the safety net is, and that's where I am right now. The Prosperous coach has its place and it will continue, but there's something else I'm birthing into the world, and it's called the 4% Project. I just made a decision. The decision is that for me to go to my next level, it's taking a group of my peers. It's not me being a leader with a group of followers. It's me being a leader matching other leaders. That's why I'm talking to you. I want my peers. I want leaders on this journey with me. The 4% Project is about taking a group of the top 4% of coaches on the planet, and some of those who aspire to be. I leave a space for aspiration, because if people hadn't seen what was possible for me 10 years ago, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now as a coach. A group of the top 4% of coaches on the planet. This is what I'm birthing into the world. The 4% Project, 4PC, is about taking a group of 39 coaches, that's it, 39 coaches, on a journey for 10 months. It's a journey where we will be surrounded by extraordinary people. Let me tell you about those people, because the first 10 spots went like that. Let me tell you about Harry, who's a world-class musician, a jazz musician, has extraordinary clients, just a few a year, and is also, he cares for his ailing mother. That's what he does, he takes care of her. Harry spoke to me at the last intensive, and I was inspired by him. If you've heard me before say, don't look for clients who you can inspire, look for clients who inspire you. Well, that's Harry. And that's Alison. Alison does those amazing visuals at my event. And as soon as I told the story about the 4% Project, she said, I'm in. I'll be number one. Alison's followed me on this journey 3 salons in a row now, and she wants to take things to a next level. Let me tell you about Annabelle. I met Annabelle in London. Annabelle created the first ever plumbing company run by women. This is a powerful woman, a powerful entrepreneur, and now she's on a mission. Now she's on a mission to help women understand that being middle-aged doesn't have to hold you back. Boy, should you have seen her on stage at the last intensive. She was on fire. What I loved the most and the audience felt the most is when she said, we need to embrace the menopause, because when you get to menopause, you have nothing to hide. You don't care any longer. You will speak your truth into the world and you won't care. And she inspired me. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking my truth into the world. The 4% Project has Stacy in it. Stacy and I have been on a journey now where at the beginning, she's masterful. She has a background in marketing. She has a background in business. She's an extraordinary leader and got lost in the world of coaching. And on this journey we've come on, where she went from this world of fear and scarcity, she's now one of the most powerful coaches I have in the room. She knows how to enroll clients, super extraordinary clients, and take them on a journey. I'm taking a group of extraordinary coaches on a journey with you. People like Mark Silverman. Mark's my apprentice. Mark Mark used to do multi-million-dollar sales. The products he used to sell were for millions of dollars at a time. This man understands how to walk into an office with the most senior executives on the planet and walk out of there having signed a deal, having signed a contract. And Mark puts his heart on his sleeve. He's dived in and embraced coaching and thrown everything up in the air to let it all settle down and know that he can take his coaching back to those people, back to those extraordinary business people and leaders. Jackie, who's my apprentice, Jackie works in Saudi Arabia with families of kids who have Asperger's. And what she knows, what she sees is that unique way of seeing the world that we call Asperger's is precisely what some of our top leaders and entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley have. Look at Steve Jobs. Look at these extraordinary leaders who see the world differently. Oh my God, it's Apple's motto, right? Think different. Watch what happens as this woman begins to coach these entrepreneurs. Marilyn Rodriguez, who some of you heard in the room in the intensive, just signed her first $500,000 client. There's no magic behind it, by the way. There's no special way of selling. Marilyn's taken what she's done throughout her life and taken a relationship that she's been building with for 10 years, someone who's been on this journey with her for 10 years, and realized she needs to challenge this particular client. If this client hadn't put down that amount of money, they wouldn't have shown up. And she told them that. And they paused and they took it in and they heard her. But then there's the piece behind that, right? For all coaches. It's what we call ROI in the business world. Most coaches are afraid to use that phrase, return on investment. Every one of those coaches creates a return on investment that's so powerful. Sometimes it's monetary, but it doesn't have to be. But a return on investment that's so powerful that their clients say, I want to be with you on the journey. These are some of the people who are going to be on the journey with me in the next 10 months. Beginning in January, the 4% Project. We take a group of the top coaches on the planet and those who aspire to. And over 10 months, this will include 3 intensives. They are closed. They're not open to other coaches. They are closed. We will seal the container on day 1 and take this group of extraordinary coaches on a journey. We will commit to hide nothing and holding nothing back. We will commit to improving versus proving. There'll be nothing to prove. The moment you're through the door, this is it. This is who you are. This is who you aspire to be. Everything else is off the table. Our journey is to improve. Our journey is to struggle, to fail, to fall on our faces, and to pick ourselves up in a community of people who will laugh with us, laugh at us, smile with us, help us arise again, and then dive deeper and dive deeper. In the first intensive, first time ever, it will be during the week. It won't be on a weekend, because you'll be bringing your cell phones and your laptops, and you will actually be creating clients or filling events or filling programs and mastermind. You'll be doing it live in the room whilst I coach you. Then you'll be going out to make calls and come back. This will be a year of high flame, intense coaching. 2 intensives in the first 6 months of the year, 2 4-day intensives. And then we take the training wheels off. In the second 6 months of the year, we have 1 intensive. Because this is about you being a person of action, you being someone who puts something into place. I have clients who pay me between $50,000 and $100,000 a year, and the strangest thing for me at the beginning of my coaching, working with high achievers like that, is they needed less support than anyone I'd ever worked with. That's what I love about working with high achievers. That's what I want to bring into the room with you, because you are a high achiever. Check in with yourself where that's true. Check in with yourself where you hide from that. That's who we are, right? We do things that other people think are extraordinary. That's why I'm talking to you. I work with high achievers. As I begin to speak this into the world, I've been afraid to, initially. I've been afraid to speak that into the world, and as I do, I see my people light up. I was talking to Vishen, who runs Mind Valley. I ran a webinar for him for Zentrepreneur. 5,000 entrepreneurs in his group watch it. And I watched as I talked and interacted with him on this webinar and saw the light bulbs going off in his head, because I wasn't teaching 5,000 people. I was talking to the one person in front of me, and it was Vishen, and he got it. And he's had life-changing insights from that one conversation. And then the feedback from his people has been intense too. And that's what's coming out of me. If you can feel I'm on fire right now, I am. This is my passion project. You know, when my dad passed away, something shifted for me. It was a month ago now. Something shifted deep inside, because the moment he was gone, the first person who said it was my uncle, my dad's older brother, and he said, you know how proud of you your dad was, right? He was always telling me how proud he was of you. And then I watched how many people told me that my dad was proud of me. And I realized I've been living my life from this crazy place for so much of I've been trying to prove myself for most of my life, and prove myself to my father, really. I didn't need to. He was proud of me. So this project, the 4% project, it's not for my dad. It's for me. I'm not creating this project to prove myself to anybody. This one's for me, and it's for you. This is where we get to go on a journey together. Yeah, this one's for me. 10 months. My buddy Sean Stevenson, who's one of the best speakers on the planet, is on the faculty. Sean's going to run a virtual program with you about how to become a world-class speaker. You will be a world-class speaker at the end of this time with Sean. Danielle and Sarah, who are my extraordinary team, are on the faculty. I had to push them to their edge, to their limit. They're on the faculty too, because they're going to be working with you how to be world-class leaders and lead a world-class team. They will work with your team too, or help you to create a team. Monica, my director of connection, is going to be with us on this journey, on this dance for 10 months, so that we get to build this deep, deep, heartfelt connection between all of us on this journey. And that's just scratching the surface. You know, the rest of this is on a written document that I'll attach to this video. Read what it's about. It's where I actually pour the rest of my heart out on paper. I'm too in the moment now to grasp some of these words, but read what I wrote. It's application only. This is not for anybody. This is where I set the bar higher than I've ever set it. The filter is high. You will need to be in conversation with me. We will block out time. We will talk. This is not for everybody. And if it's for you, then you know. You know. Deep down inside, you know. Anything else is a distraction. Speak to me. 4% project. A journey for the next 10 months, from January for 10 months. Top 4% of coaches on the planet, and those who want to be. And the only way I work, you already know. It's hell yes or hell no. And that goes for you and it goes for me. Hell yes or hell no.